Let us now talk about understanding and imbibing aesthetics. When you say aesthetics, it is an idea of how a particular form should be. So aesthetics is not just a box of rules which you say you have to do this, you have to do that, but rather trying to imbibe a sort of a sensibility about certain usages in this art form. Now when we talk about aesthetics, it ranges from very, very complex things to super simple things. So let's start with the simplest thing. Now we have hand movements in Bharatanatyam. Since this is an art which takes more than 4 to 6 years to get some amount of proficiency in it, you might think that there must be hundreds of positions, hand positions. But funny enough and amazingly enough, it's only a very few, actually a handful. One is the front of chest position, where your hand is away from your chest, so it's not too close, not too far, about 2 fists away from. So this makes you measure your own position. So it's not about me telling you what is right, but you finding out for your own body whatever works. And when you keep the position of the Namaskaram, let us call it, Namaskaram position, you will see that there is a line which is formed from your elbow to the other elbow. When you do this, you are not trying to lift up the elbow so high or allow it to sag, but really hold a line from end to end. This is your Namaskaram position. Then you have the Natyarambham position. When you say the Natyarambham position, different schools have different ideas of the Natyarambham. Let me just explain the Kalakshetra idea of Natyarambham. Idea. Because it's not just the rules, but it's the aesthetic behind it. In Kalakshetra, we were always told to hold the hand like a bow. You know, the bow you see in all the Ramayana series, where it goes like that. So that is the kind of Natyarambham we are looking at. So for this, you start with your hand facing the audience and the palm facing down. And you lift up so that you're in the same place, but only your elbow is outstretched, and you take it up. When you take it up, you still want to see that your fingers are facing the audience, your palms facing down, and the fingers are upturned to create that kind of a bow. This is your Natyarambham position. It doesn't matter which mudra you are using. This one, doesn't matter. This one. So the idea is you have one position in front of your chest, one position in Natyarambham. Then the most obvious, you have stretches. The beauty about the stretch in Natyarambham is this. Whenever you do the stretch position, your palm is facing upwards. Whenever you have a mudra in the Natyarambham position, the palm is not facing upwards, because you cannot have a Natyarambham with the palm facing upwards. So when you do did-dit-te, it's facing upwards. The same Alapadmam, if I want to use the Natyarambham, I would put it here. So when you do straight lines, you're going to try and have a straight line from your index finger all through until your shoulder. So when you look at this, if you fold all the other fingers, you still have your index finger facing front. When you do this, it's the same. 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 So any place where there is a full stretch, your palm is facing upwards. With this, you've covered 3 kinds of hand movements. Then you have this circle. You have circles which come around you like that. And whenever you have circles, what you're going to think of is try to draw the circle with your elbows raised. That is, you're not drawing a circle like that, but you're having the elbow as the center point and you are drawing the circle. But when you come back, you are going to raise it fully with a stretch and then come to this. So it's very important, the way you go into a circle is different from the way you come back to the circle. It's not about right and wrong really, but it's a conscious choice you make. So you have this and you have your elbow up, you go to this Natyarambam position and take it up, and then when you open it out, then you are fully stretched when you come outside. The same thing goes for a circle like that. That is, you're not dropping your elbow, you're taking your elbow up and then coming there. So this circle sort of covers this angle and this one. So this is another hand movement. So you have the chest level position, you have the Natyarambam, you have the fully stretched arms, and right now we saw the circles. The last one is the cross, which means you are in your Namaskaram position, let's call this. You are going to put this mudra where this mudra is. So this makes it the cross. When you cross this over, whether it is with the Patakam, whether it's with Alapadmam, whether it's with Katakamukham, it really doesn't matter. The point is that you cross it over where your wrists meet, right? When both these wrists meet, that is the place where it crosses, not in the middle of your forearm and not too much to the fingers. Where your wrists meet, and flick your wrists up. It's important that you feel this kind of a tick mark, you know. So when you're not doing this, but you're doing this, when you take this here, that forms your swastika. Any crossover, it can be with any mudra, doesn't matter. So this forms the hand aesthetics, and can you believe that such a complex, beautiful art has but 5 hand movements, which comes in such endless permutations that it makes the art alive every single day.